In the 12th century, the mystic, healer, composer, abbess, writer, naturalist, philosopher, theologian, and visionary Hildegard of Bingen understood beauty as something far deeper than appearance. Inspired by the wisdom of Hildegard of Bingen, this passage explores skincare as more than a cosmetic practice, an intentional ritual rooted in harmony, healing, and the connection between inner vitality and outward radiance. Through her understanding of nature, balance, and divine beauty, we will consider how caring for the skin can become an act of nourishment for both body and spirit. If you would like to understand the beauty and health of your skin through a higher perspective, inspired by Hildegard of Bingen's wisdom, I invite you to be patient. Step by step, I will guide you toward a deeper understanding, along with practical exercises and actionable techniques to support renewal, restoration, and healing. If you are ready for this journey, comment, "I am ready." For Hildegard, true beauty was the outward expression of viriditas, the sacred life force of vitality, renewal, and flourishing that flows through all living things. She believed that radiance was not something artificially created, but something cultivated through harmony, the harmony between body and spirit, nourishment and rest, nature and ritual. Her treatments reflected her vision of the cosmic relationship between humanity and the universe. According to Kausai et Kurai, chapter 65, passage 22, Hildegard believed that humankind is a cosmic reality intimately connected to God and the created order. She understood the relationship between God and humanity as one of profound unity, comparable to the union of soul and body, since human beings were created in the divine image. Hildegard further taught that the harmony of the heavens reflects this sacred relationship, serving as a mirror of the bond between God and humanity, and revealing the wonders of divine creation. Regarding this idea, our physical beauty is meant to exist in harmony with the frequency of our soul, reflecting the inner spiritual order that God has placed within each person. In Hildegard's understanding, the human being is not divided into separate physical and spiritual realities, but is a unified creation in which the body serves as an outward expression of the soul's condition. When the soul is aligned with divine wisdom, virtue, and peace, this inner harmony radiates outward, shaping not only a person's actions and character, but also the beauty they reflect to the world. True beauty, therefore, is not merely external appearance or physical attractiveness. It is the visible manifestation of an interior life ordered toward God. When body and soul are in balance, they mirror the celestial harmony of creation itself, revealing the sacred connection between human nature and divine grace. In Liber Divinorum Operum, Vision 4, Hildegard of Bingen explains that when God created humanity, He formed human beings according to the same divine pattern through which He brought the universe into existence. She presents the human person as a reflection of the greater created order, with the structure and design of the human body echoing the harmony and wisdom found throughout creation. In this way, humanity becomes a living image of the Creator's loving power, revealing within itself the same divine order and purpose, woven into the whole of existence. The same hands that stretched the heavens and traced order across the cosmos formed humanity according to that eternal design, imprinting divine wisdom into living skin and breath. From the beginning, humanity was created in the image of God, as written in Book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 27. Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness. This sacred declaration reveals that human life was not fashioned at random, but intentionally formed as a reflection of divine nature. Just as the Creator established the universe through wisdom, measure, and perfect order, so too was humanity shaped within that same pattern, fashioned as living expressions of sacred design. This truth is echoed in Book of Proverbs chapter 8, verses 27 to 31, where wisdom is present at creation, witnessing the foundations of the earth being set in place. Across theological tradition, this passage points to a divine blueprint woven into creation itself. To care for the body, then, is to honor what was formed with intention, skin as living testimony, breath as sacred animation, and human presence as a reflection of the same wisdom that brought forth the stars. Humanity in the rhythm of the four elements. Hildegard of Bingen teaches that God created humanity in His own image and likeness, designing the human person to reflect and bear the presence of the divine. In her understanding, the human form was fashioned with the purpose of becoming a vessel capable of revealing the mystery of the Holy Godhead. She further explains that God placed within humanity a reflection of all creation, so that the human person embodies the order and fullness of the created world, just as all things were brought into being through the power of the divine word. The reflection of all creation corresponds with the four elements of the cosmic wheel, in which the structure of the universe is understood as a balanced harmony of earth, water, air, and fire. Within this symbolic framework, every part of existence is seen as interconnected, each element contributing to the stability and movement of the whole. Earth represents stability and form. Water signifies flow and emotion. Air embodies breath and intellect. And fire expresses energy and transformation. Together, these elements create a dynamic order that mirrors the organization of creation itself. In this view, the human being, as a reflection of the cosmos, also contains these elemental forces in a unified balance, making the body and soul a living expression of the wider harmony of the universe. The number 4 appears in numerous expressions throughout human life and symbolic thought. Across a wide range of philosophical and symbolic systems, the number 4 is frequently associated with cosmic order, stability, and completeness. It is often expressed through the imagery of the four elements that structure the material world, the four cardinal directions, and the four seasons, all of which reflect patterns of balance within nature. In various intellectual and spiritual traditions, aspects of both the natural world and human experience are likewise organized into quaternary patterns, suggesting a recurring principle of fourfold harmony within creation. In light of Scripture and the visionary insights of Hildegard, the four-letter name of God may thus be understood not merely as a linguistic form, but as a symbolic expression of a divine pattern, a sacred blueprint through which the universe of matter and energy, time and space, and all beings, both human and spiritual, are brought into existence and continually sustained. Hildegard believes that when our thoughts are neither reckless, shallow, nor obstinate, but are instead aligned with honorable morality in the eyes of both humanity and God, they guide us toward peaceful habits and establish us firmly in wisdom. We no longer seek the praise of the world. Rather, strengthened by virtue, we long for heavenly joy. She teaches that those who rejoice inwardly and long for God through the good works that lead toward eternal life shine with a radiance like the rising sun. Their joy does not come from the fleeting praise of the world, but from seeking the approval of God, as written in letter to the Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. Am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? With hearts fixed on what is eternal, they embody the call of letter to the Colossians chapter 3 verses 1 to 2 to set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Through the beauty of their way of living, they become a light to others, reflecting divine joy as they walk the path toward the Son of God. For this reason, such a soul is called a prince's daughter, not because it seeks worldly honor, but because it belongs to the one who is the Prince of Peace. Strengthened by virtue and illumined by heavenly desire, it bears witness to a life shaped not by human applause, but by the quiet splendor of communion with God. According to Hildegard of Bingen, creation is not a completed event fixed in the distant past, but an ongoing and living process that continues as long as life itself unfolds. From this perspective, the world is not static, but constantly becoming, shaped by divine action that remains active within all things. She understands creation as something dynamic, present within the unity of body and spirit, where life itself participates in this continual unfolding. In this vision, creation is oriented toward the future, and human beings are called to share responsibility in it as co-creators with God, since they carry within themselves a participation in divine power and creativity. In humoral medicine theory, whether in the Greco-Islamic tradition or in frameworks associated with figures such as Hippocrates, Galen, and later Avicenna, the four humors are believed to be produced through the process of digestion and the transformation of food within the body. According to this view, digestion begins in the mouth, continues in the stomach, and, in a mixed view, its final evolution to produce the mixture takes place in the liver. If you're ready to deepen your awareness of both your physical health and your spiritual well-being, comment, "I seek deep awareness," and stay close. Digestion begins in the mouth, where chewing mechanically breaks food down into smaller pieces, making it easier to process. At the same time, saliva initiates chemical digestion through enzymes such as amylase, which begins breaking down carbohydrates even before the food reaches the stomach. The second stage of digestion takes place in the stomach. After entering the stomach, food is cooked by the body's innate heat and transformed into a primary substance, sometimes referred to as chyle. The third stage of digestion happens in the liver. The substances are then carried through the vessels to the liver. In humoral medicine, the liver is considered the principal organ responsible for the production and refinement of the humors. The fourth stage of the digestion is the transformation into the four humors. Within the liver, this substance is transformed according to the four primary qualities: heat, cold, moisture, and dryness, into the four humors: blood, sanguine, hot and moist, responsible for nourishment, vitality, and life force; phlegm, cold and moist, associated with moisture, calmness, and preservation; yellow bile, hot and dry, linked to heat, activity, digestion, and stimulation; black bile, cold and dry, associated with structure, concentration, and stability. In the fifth stage, all the processed substances distribute throughout the body. These humors circulate through the vessels and contribute to the nourishment and function of different tissues and organs. The sixth stage is the manifestation of either balance or disease. When the humors remain balanced in both quantity and quality, the body maintains health and proper functioning. When one humor becomes excessive, deficient, or corrupted, imbalance arises, making the body more susceptible to disease. Through the lens of Hildegard of Bingen, health similarly depends on the balance of the body's internal fluids and forces, although her language is often more cosmic and spiritual in nature. Comment, "I seek balance," if you believe wellness begins with harmony between body, mind, and spirit. There are fascinating functional similarities between the skin and the liver, although they are completely different in structure and biological role. Their most important similarity is that both serve as regulatory and protective organs that help maintain the body's internal balance. With regard to the self-destructive tendencies reflected in our globalized society, Hildegard suggests that death and ethnic cleansing have too often taken the place of peaceful and harmonious coexistence. When our thoughts become desolate, we lose our way. This inner disorder, in turn, disturbs the humors within the human organism, causing them to become unnaturally agitated and affecting the liver through the production of gallic acid. As the moisture within the vessels of the chest diminishes and the humors dry out, illness begins to take hold, leading to ulceration of the muscles. In such a state, the body deteriorates to the point that the afflicted may appear leprous. Our liver and skin have a mutual communication according to some similarities. I need your full attention for this section. Comment, I'm paying close attention. One, detoxification and cleansing. The liver is the body's primary center for metabolism and detoxification. It processes harmful substances, medications, and waste products. The skin also eliminates small amounts of waste through perspiration and acts as a defensive barrier, preventing many harmful agents from entering the body. From a scientific perspective, however, the skin is not a substitute for the liver in detoxification. This is a common exaggeration found in some wellness narratives. 2. Protective function. The liver protects the body through chemical regulation of the blood and by producing essential proteins. The skin serves as the body's first physical line of defense against microbes, UV radiation, and environmental damage. 3. Role in internal balance. Homeostasis. The liver regulates blood sugar, fats, proteins, and numerous metabolic processes. The skin regulates body temperature, water balance, and part of the immune response. 4. Regenerative capacity. The liver has remarkable regenerative abilities. Likewise, the skin is in a constant state of repair and renewal. 5. Reflection of overall health disorders of the liver often become visible in the skin. Jaundice, itching, discoloration, dryness, or certain changes in skin pigmentation can all be signs of liver dysfunction. Are you open to exploring a deeper perspective? Comment. I'm listening attentively. Viewed through the lens of traditional medicine or a Hildegard of Bingen perspective, this relationship becomes even more symbolic. The liver can be understood as the center of inner transformation and purification, while the skin serves as the outward mirror reflecting the manifestation of this internal balance. Today, in a world of complicated routines and harsh treatments, her wisdom invites us back to simplicity, back to the intelligence of nature, back to beauty as a sacred act of care. Hildegard taught that health and beauty emerge from balance. When the body is nourished, when the mind is at peace, and when we care for ourselves with gentleness, this inner vitality naturally reveals itself through the skin. Stay with me as we explore this fascinating connection. Comment, I am listening. Factors such as digestion, liver function, hydration, hormonal balance, and overall internal well-being can all influence the appearance and condition of your skin. In many ways, the skin can reflect the body's inner balance. Although your skin is the largest organ of the body, its health is deeply connected to the well-being of your internal systems. Often, the skin acts as a gentle mirror, reflecting the body's inner balance and overall health. You should know that your liver plays a central role in maintaining clear, healthy, and radiant skin because it is one of the body's primary detoxifying organs. Every day it works continuously to filter toxins, process hormones, metabolize fats, and cleanse the blood of substances that could otherwise burden the body. When liver function is strong and balanced, these processes run efficiently, allowing the body to eliminate waste properly and maintain internal harmony. Because the skin is also an organ of elimination, it often reflects when the liver is under strain. When the liver becomes overloaded due to poor nutrition, stress, lack of rest, or exposure to excess toxins, the body may seek alternative ways to release these imbalances. This can sometimes show up through the skin as dullness, breakouts, inflammation, sensitivity, or an uneven complexion. A well-supported liver contributes to balanced hormones, healthy circulation, and proper nutrient distribution, all essential elements for skin renewal and repair. It helps ensure that the skin receives the vitamins, minerals, and oxygen it needs to regenerate, maintain elasticity, and preserve its natural glow. This is why caring for the liver through nourishing foods, hydration, restful sleep, emotional balance, and mindful living is not only an act of internal wellness, but also a powerful way to support the skin's natural beauty. Healthy skin begins far beneath the surface, rooted in the vitality of the organs that sustain us from within. According to Hildegard of Bingen's visions, the organs communicate through the humors. She gives examples of interactions between the liver and the brain, and between the liver and the ear. Accordingly, relationships between the liver and the eyes, the liver and the heart, the liver and the skin, nervous system, navel, sex organ, and kidneys, as well as other organs, are also included in this system. Hildegard of Bingen describes a connection between the human nervous system and the planetary forces of the cosmos. In this understanding, billions of nerve cells remain continuously linked to the universe's source of power, drawing vital and regenerative energy both day and night. These energetic centers correspond to what may be understood as the 7 energy gates within Hildegard's medical framework. This approach to beauty is rooted in 3 principles. Stay with me as we explore this fascinating connection. 1. Vitality over perfection. Healthy skin is living skin. Rather than striving for flawlessness, Hildegard's wisdom encourages us to support the skin's natural intelligence through nourishment and restoration. Radiance comes from vitality, from the quiet strength of a body that is nourished, balanced, and functioning in harmony. True glow is not something that can simply be applied to the surface. It is the visible expression of inner well-being. When the body is supported through proper nourishment, restorative rest, emotional peace, and mindful care, this inner vitality naturally reveals itself through the skin as brightness, clarity, and life. 2. Simplicity over excess. Nature provides what is needed. Botanical ingredients, used with intention and moderation, offer gentle support without overwhelming the skin. True care does not demand complexity. It is found in simple, consistent acts of nourishment and attention that honor the body's natural rhythms. Often, the most powerful forms of care are the quietest. Drinking enough water, choosing wholesome foods, resting deeply, moving gently, and allowing moments of stillness throughout the day. Real well-being is not built through endless routines or complicated solutions, but through mindful habits practiced with intention. In simplicity, the body finds balance, and from that balance, health and vitality naturally emerge. Stay with me. We are about to move from insight to practice. 3. Ritual over routine. Skincare is more than application. It is a moment to pause, reconnect, and restore. Each gesture becomes an act of presence. Beauty begins in stillness. It is in moments of quiet that the body finds space to restore. The mind softens, and inner balance can return. In a world that often encourages constant movement and noise, stillness becomes an essential act of care, a pause that allows us to reconnect with ourselves. From this place of calm, the body can heal, regenerate, and function in harmony. True beauty is not created through striving, but revealed when we allow ourselves the stillness needed to nurture our inner well-being. The Divine Beauty Ritual. This Hildegard-inspired ritual is designed to nourish the skin, using simple natural ingredients known for their soothing and restorative properties. To care for our skin wisely and apply the most appropriate practices to preserve its health and vitality, we must first understand its essential nature. The first step is to identify which of the 4 elemental qualities best reflects our skin's condition. Is it naturally cold and dry, cold and moist, warm and dry, or warm and moist? By recognizing this fundamental quality, we gain insight into our skin's unique needs and tendencies. Once this balance has been identified, we can begin the first stage of true skincare and maintenance, aligning our practices with the skin's natural constitution to restore, support, and sustain its harmony. Step 1. Purification. By cleansing the skin gently with lukewarm water, allow this to become a moment of release, washing away tension, fatigue, and distraction. Soak a cotton ball in a small amount of rose water, diluted with water, then gently wipe it across your face. Before trying this, make sure you are not allergic or sensitive to rose water. In this next step, we focus on removing what no longer serves the skin, creating space for renewal and vitality. Step 2. Exfoliation, using a traditional mineral. Exfoliating stone for natural skin exfoliation. A traditional mineral exfoliating stone, sometimes used in ancestral bathing rituals, is a lightweight cleansing aid designed to gently exfoliate the skin. When used properly, it can help remove surface impurities, smooth rough texture, and promote a brighter, more refreshed appearance. In some traditions, exfoliating stones are used with rough fabric to massage the skin, stimulate circulation, and gently lift away dead skin cells. This ritual can be performed up to twice a week while showering, depending on your skin's sensitivity. Before using soap or shampoo, allow your skin to warm under running water for a few minutes to soften the outer layer of the skin and loosen surface buildup. Then rub the exfoliating stone against a cloth pouch to create a textured surface and gently massage your facial skin using circular motions. As you continue, you may notice loosened, dead skin cells rolling away from the surface. When practiced gently and in moderation, this method can help refine skin texture and enhance the skin's natural radiance. However, individuals with highly sensitive, inflamed, or irritated skin should proceed with caution and discontinued use if irritation occurs. Step 3. Nourishment. At this stage, you apply the botanical Divine Beauty Mask to invite deep nourishment and renewal into the skin. Spread it evenly across the desired areas, allowing its natural ingredients to gently absorb and restore balance. As the mask rests on your skin, breathe deeply and allow yourself to become still. Let this be a quiet moment of restoration, where each breath supports both inner calm and outer radiance. Remain present and relaxed as the mask works to soften, refresh, and revitalize your skin. Ingredients: 1 medium lime, 1 tablespoon raw honey, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and rice flour, 1 tablespoon of almond oil, 1 tablespoon of castor oil, 1 tablespoon of violet oil, 1 tablespoon of pure rose water, 3 to 4 centimeters of a medium cucumber, 3 tablespoons aloe vera, 2/3 cups of water. Preparation: if your skin is oily or acne prone, it is best to reduce the almond oil and castor oil to just 3 drops of each, as lighter amounts will nourish the skin without feeling too heavy. For dry skin, this combination is especially beneficial, and you may increase the almond oil depending on your skin's level of dryness. Your skin's needs are unique, so it is important to observe how it responds after the first use. This will help you adjust the quantities accordingly, reducing or increasing certain ingredients to create the perfect balance for your skin. Preparation. Cut the lime in half, squeeze out the juice, and reserve it for daily consumption. Place the squeezed lime peels in a small saucepan and add 2/3 cup of water. Heat gently until the peels begin to soften and release their essence, and the water slightly changes color. Remove from heat and strain the liquid. Return the infused liquid to the saucepan and gradually add rice flour or cornstarch, stirring continuously over low heat until the mixture reaches a smooth, creamy consistency. Remove it from heat and allow it to cool. For oily skin, it is recommended to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of rice flour to help create a lighter, more balancing formulation. Next, combine the cooled mixture with 4 centimeters of fresh cucumber, 3 tablespoons of fresh aloe vera gel, and 1 tablespoon of pure rose water in a blender. Blend until smooth green cream forms. Transfer the mixture to a clean bowl, then add 1 tablespoon of raw honey and mix thoroughly. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of castor oil, 1 tablespoon of almond oil, and 1 tablespoon of violet oil, stirring until fully incorporated. This mask is designed to help soften the skin, enhance freshness and radiance, improve overall texture, and support the skin's natural moisture balance. For oily or acne-prone skin, it is recommended to reduce the castor oil to just 1 to 3 drops, depending on your skin's oil level, as smaller amounts can provide nourishment without feeling heavy. For dry skin, this formulation can be especially beneficial, and the amount of violet oil may be increased according to your skin's level of dryness. For example, 3 to 6 drops for additional hydration. Because every skin type responds differently, observe how your skin reacts after the first application. This will allow you to adjust the proportions as needed, increasing or reducing specific ingredients to create the most suitable balance for your skin's individual needs. Relax in a warm, peaceful setting and apply this revitalizing mask with a soft brush to the entire body. Allow it to remain for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing thoroughly, revealing skin that feels softer, smoother, and refreshed. Do not use soap or skin cleansers afterwards, and let the effects of these substances and oils penetrate your skin. Before full application, perform a patch test by applying a small amount to your arm and leaving it on for 10 to 15 minutes. If any redness, itching, irritation, or unusual skin reaction occurs, discontinue use. One practical note: if the mixture contains lime or citrus residue, patch test it before applying. If you are sensitive or allergic to lime peel extract, substitute it with pure water when preparing the mixture. Step 4. Restoration. Here are a few grounded, supportive options you can choose from or combine. A. Reintegrate with warm water and softness. Rinse the mask off gently with lukewarm water, letting the sensation be slow and intentional rather than rushed. Pat your face dry instead of rubbing, as a way of signaling gentleness to the body. B. Rehydrate and seal. Apply a hydrating essence or toner first, then a moisturizer to lock in moisture. If you use facial oil, press it lightly into the skin rather than massaging aggressively. Think of it as sealing in calm. Here are the instructions for making an antioxidant hydrating toner. Ingredients: 1/2 cup cooled green tea, freshly brewed, unsweetened. 1 tablespoon aloe vera gel. 1 teaspoon vegetable glycerin. Step-by-step instructions. First, brew the green tea. Steep green tea in hot water for 3 to 5 minutes. Let it cool completely to room temperature. Important: do not mix with aloe while warm. Second, mix glycerin and aloe first. In a clean bowl or bottle, add 1 tablespoon aloe vera gel and 1 teaspoon glycerin. Stir until smooth and slightly uniform. This helps prevent clumps and uneven texture. Third, add green tea slowly. Pour in the cooled green tea gradually while stirring or shaking. Mix until fully combined. Fourth, transfer and store. Pour into a sterilized spray bottle or pump bottle. Shake gently before each use. Natural separation can happen. How to use it. Apply after cleansing on slightly damp skin. Pat in gently. Don't rub harshly. Can be layered 1 to 2 times for extra hydration. Storage rules. Very important. Keep refrigerated. Use within 3 to 5 days. No preservative. Discard if smell changes, cloudiness increases, texture feels off. Why this works? Simple explanation. Green tea, antioxidant protection, plus reduces dullness. Aloe vera, calming plus light hydration. Glycerin pulls water into skin and reduces dryness. Together, it behaves like a light, daily hydrating antioxidant mist that supports dry, tired skin. C. Gentle facial massage, restoration through touch. Use your fingertips to do slow upward strokes along the jaw, cheeks, and temples. Keep it minimal. This is not stimulation, but settling. The goal is to help the nervous system downshift, not activate it. D. Light body activation practice. Given that Hildegard of Bingen understood all beings to be connected to the living light, our physical body too, as a living being, draws its vitality from this same source. Its capacity for restoration, renewal, and regeneration depends on the strength of its connection to the living light. Therefore, before turning our attention to the contracted or limited aspects of our being, we must first examine the threads that connect us to this living light and consciously work to strengthen them each time. To do this, we begin by checking in with the heart, the center of harmony within the body. We release and surrender all obscurations, judgments, grudges, resentments, and any other blockages to the center of the living light, allowing them to dissolve and pass away. We must remember that our true beauty and radiance do not arise from the physical body alone, but from the inner light that shines through it. Outer brightness is only the reflection of an illuminated inner being. To start the practice, sit at your altar or in a peaceful green space. Your environment should be clean, orderly, and free from distractions. As you sit, bring your focused attention to your heart and visualize it suddenly becoming saturated with light, as if a lamp has been switched on within it. Inhale for a count of 4, guiding the breath from your heart toward your head. In your head, visualize illuminating 2 radiant points between the hemispheres of the brain, one at the back of the head and the other at the front, just behind the forehead. At this stage, hold the breath for a count of 4. Then begin the first count of your exhalation from the throat center. As you exhale, visualize a light igniting there and flowing downward into your lungs. See both sides of your lungs filling with radiant light. Afterward, return your attention to the heart and hold the breath there for another count of 4. The first part of the practice, therefore, consists of 4 phases, each lasting 4 counts. Inhale upward toward the head for 4 counts. Hold the breath in the head for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. Hold the breath in the heart for 4 counts. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then move to the lower part of the body. Bring your awareness once again to the heart and illuminate it with light. Inhale into the heart for 4 counts. After holding for 4 counts, guide the exhalation downward through the lower body, visualizing a stream of light flowing from your heart, illuminating each internal organ along its path until it reaches the base of the spine. Hold the breath there for 4 counts, then inhale from the base of the spine upward, drawing the luminous current along the spinal column. Visualize it touching and illuminating each vertebra as it rises. When it reaches the heart, hold the breath for 4 counts once again, Then exhale downward. Repeat this second sequence 4 times. As you practice, notice that different parts of your energetic body may respond with pulsing sensations or warmth. This is a natural response to the activation of the light body. F. Inner closure. We then complete the practice through sacred declaration, consciously affirming our attained state and establishing it within the light body. With full authority, we declare, I now consciously release all limitations, patterns, and attachments that no longer serve my highest purpose. I release old judgments of myself and of others. I release grudges, resentments, disappointments, and every burden I was never meant to carry. I let go of fear, doubt, guilt, shame, resistance, and attachment to what has already passed. I release every thought, belief, memory, or pattern that clouds my clarity and dims the light within me. I surrender the need to control, to prove, to hold on, or to remain bound to pain. I free myself from what drains my energy and disconnects me from truth, peace, and presence. I choose forgiveness where there has been hurt. I choose compassion where there has been judgment. I choose peace where there has been struggle. With intention, I clear all inner obstacles and make space for wisdom, renewal, and understanding. My inner light is not lost. It is uncovered. It is steady, radiant, and whole. I welcome clarity. I welcome freedom. I welcome alignment with what is true and life-giving. From this moment forward, I move with openness, lightness, and integrity. I release. I renew. I return to the light within. Then allow the experience to settle into the body. No visualization required, just attention. A simple sentence can complete the cycle, such as, I allow restoration to take place in all layers of my being. In this framing, restoration isn't something you force. It's what you allow after cleansing and release. Hildegard of Bingen reminds us that beauty is not something to be pursued, perfected, or endlessly chased. It is not a destination to arrive at, but a living quality that unfolds over time. True beauty is something we cultivate, quietly, patiently, and with intention. Like a garden tended through the seasons, it grows through nourishment rather than force, through gentleness rather than control, and through consistency rather than urgency. It emerges when we live in alignment with the rhythms of nature, honoring rest as much as activity, simplicity as much as care, and listening to what the body truly needs rather than what trends demand. In this way, beauty becomes less about transformation and more about harmony, an ongoing state of balance between inner life and outward expression. When we approach the skin not as something to fix or rush, but as something to honor, our rituals become acts of reverence. Care becomes slower, more attentive, more meaningful. In that space of patience and respect, the skin is given permission to respond naturally, to restore itself, to breathe, to glow in its own time. From this perspective, beauty is not manufactured. It reveals itself. It is not imposed. It unfolds. It appears as something already present beneath the surface, alive, radiant, and whole. If this perspective on health, beauty, and well-being resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can continue exploring deeper paths to wellness and awareness.